All right, Cancer, welcome to your weekly horoscope for April 27th through May 3rd. My name is Athen. So we've got a full moon this week on Sunday. As you can see here, it's taking place in your fourth house. So this is a very nice Cancerian house for you guys, especially with your ruler in the fourth. The moon loves to be in the fourth house at the bottom of the chart. And so this is coming from a lot of new beginnings that maybe you guys have been involved with work, career, anything on this public level, because you guys had the new moon in your 10th. And so at the beginning of this week, the moon's going to be in its first quarter phase. And so as the week progresses, that new beginning stuff, which is not so much new beginnings anymore, will continue to expand this week relating to the work stuff. So I think this week is certainly good for continuing the work, the public stuff, anything relating to on that 10th house. And then on the weekend, Sunday, there will be this importance of where I think you will see maybe a culmination point of the internal elements of life and finding that balancing point between whatever it is you're involved with on the more public level with the more domestic level. And because it's your moon, your ruler, the moon, in the fourth, I think there will be a strong emphasis on that. So bringing in the emotional side, bringing in the home, the family, the sentiments that you have into this whole process will be the flow for you. And as the week unfolds, bring it in. Spend some time at home with family, these types of things, and that will help flow with the moon. And this can be a culmination point too, like I was saying, for the past 6 months. Or the past few weeks since we had the new moon, or the last time you had a new moon in your fourth house 6 months ago. It can be a culmination of home and family or anything you're working on or involved with on that level. So very nice there relating to that. Now, still very much about your 10th house though, because we still have the sun here, Mars there. Mercury's actually going to be there up until Thursday. And so this part of the chart is being aspected a lot. And it starts on Monday and Tuesday when Chiron here in your 8th house is sextiling up to Mars here into your 10th. Then Tuesday and Wednesday, that Chiron squares up to your Venus in the 11th. And then on Wednesday, that Neptune sextiles up to your Sun. So a lot of this 10th and 11th house still being activated in regards to these planets. But in the beginning part of the week, I really recommend bringing in this 8th house. Monday through Wednesday, bring in this 8th house. You've had Chiron and Neptune in the 8th, which is about going with the flow in terms of the deeper elements of life. 8th house is everything that we are attached to, everything that we have some sort of bondage to, whether it's literally or karmic or whatever. It's anything that we can transform and release the attachment to. And really exposed too. It's an opportunity to really see within our soul and see what it is at our very core that that we are, not to be labeled, but we can see that, especially with New and Neptune in the 8th. It's not labeling it at all. So the important thing here with this is bring in the deeper elements into your work. Bring in that flow that you've been learning with the 8th house. So maybe some simpler relaxations, meditations, things to help you bring in that more lower, spiritual connection into your work or anything you're involved with on that public level. This is early on, Monday through Wednesday. Bring in that Neptune. And that 8th house too, if you do that, you'll feel very healed in the process because Chiron in that 8th has been healing you. You guys have been going through over many years this very deep healing, you might say, of the internal stuff going on with whatever it is that is being brought to the surface to be transformed. And so by wanting to look deep into work and career, wanting to get connected to that stuff on that deeper level, and also with the 11th house, which is where Venus is being aspected as well, bringing that deeper stuff into groups, networks, the enjoyment from your work. That's also 11th house, satisfaction from work. And so with the 11th too, I think you guys have had a lot of opportunity with Venus in that 11th to enjoy groups, friends, community-related things, network circles. And so again, bringing the deeper elements into that, especially with your relationships in that area, I think will be a good flow for the early part of the week. Now on Thursday, like I was saying, Mercury is going to shift signs. He's going to go into your 11th house. And so this is a change of energies, basically. A change from the more of the 10th house stuff in terms of what you're thinking about and into the more group stuff. So this group stuff is going to slowly become more and more the case. You know, once Mars goes into the 11th, once the Sun goes into the 11th, and then next month you'll have a new moon there. It's going to be more and more on your mind, though, I think, this week. So working within groups Thursday onward, or networks, or friends. You know, income from your work, too. See how you can gain more income from your work, more satisfaction from your work. And that's, you know, at the most fundamental level, that's giving through your work as well. So I think your mind will be on those things larger than self, your ideals, your visions, the community, the world, global affairs. And so this is actually a very nice position for Mercury. Mercury is in a friendly sign here, likes to be in Taurus. So this is a good flow, and I think thinking about these things will be a nice, you know, a good support for you from Thursday onward. Now we do have a challenge this week, and this is going to be involving that Mercury. As soon as that Mercury goes into the 11th, he's going to be opposed by Saturn. Okay, this is Saturday and Sunday. So this is the major challenge of the week towards the weekend, which is making sure you're balancing, you know, whatever it is you might be thinking about and involved with, because Mercury is also the day-to-day involvement, with the community, groups, networks, balancing that with Saturn, which has been this taking your self-expression very seriously. Saturn in your 5th has been showing you since the tail end of October, around October time period of last year, that you have to really take, you have to take the disciplined approach to your enjoyment. If you want to express yourself, if you want to have fun, if you want to have passion and zest in your life, well, you have to take it very seriously. So finding that balancing point, that middle path between, in this case, the 5th house and the 11th house, which is essentially your passions and then the passions of everyone else, or the things that you idealize, that you think the world needs or that others need, and where you can help and assist them. You know, and it's very much relating to other. So self and other, creative self-expression with other, finding that middle path, I think will be the support for you Saturday and Sunday. And I think a lot of it will be coming through Saturn. So take that grounded approach to whatever it is you're involved with on that 11th house, and then that'll help funnel in this this balance. But you don't want to go to any extreme either. That's always the case with these oppositions. You know, if you're focusing too much on the group, other visions, you know, you want to bring in, remember that this whole process of Saturn is about grounding your enjoyment, your creativity, your self-expression, taking that stuff seriously, because it is important. You know, if you are, for example, speaking, because Mercury's speaking and teaching or communicating within groups, you have to make sure you're taking your self-expression very seriously and discipline long term, and vice versa. But I think for most of you, the balance will be bringing in that Saturn. But if you're going too much to the extreme of self-expression, well, you want to remember you're here to give and contribute. Bring that up too. So that's the balancing act with that. And this week is a lot about balancing, because we have that opposition, and then of course the full moon, which will be balancing again the 10th house with the 4th house here on Sunday in particular. Just finding the time to have both and seeing the importance of both public and domestic life here, which, you know, the domestic life is very important for you Cancerians. So I hope you guys have a good week. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you're new to this form of astrology, do check out masteringthezodiac.com. If you'd like a personal reading, do check out the website as well. And hope you guys have a good time. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.